Holly, I turn it to you. GC, that's a tough witness because this is a 15-year-old girl who decided to testify in person, in court, not over Skype, not over Zoom, not over a video conference, nothing, in court, and face Erica Stefanko. So to strike at her credibility, I find it to be a very tricky situation. What do you think?
It is a delicate dance, and it's a tightrope for attorneys to walk. But I've really earned my living in high conflict custody disputes involving the testimony of children. And children of high conflict divorces or custody disputes are put in the middle. And oftentimes they are the subject of all sorts of legal disputes and motions and filings, just like between Chad and Ashley, which gave rise to Ashley's unfortunate murder. And so you've got a child who is the result of a terrible fight between parents and the grisly murder of her biological mother at the hands of her biological father. And then she's placed in the home of her stepmother, who she clearly does not like, because she is ready, willing, and able to walk into that courtroom, look the jurors in the eye, and tell them her story. I actually think that they did a good job. I think GC is believable, although her memory is from when she was 7 years old. That's the issue. I think that the defense counsel can do a good job of talking about the fact that GC was 7. How could she truly remember this? She's 7 years old. Your brain's not fully formed at that time, and won't be for many years thereafter. But you do know as a 7-year-old child the hurt you feel about the injustice at the hands of a stepmother. And so I think that that would be the way that I would delicately play that out. And I think that defense counsel did a good job of that. But I ultimately think that the real winner of the inconsistency award is Chad. So I think it's possible that GC's testimony was correct, but Chad, in the excitement to get Erica behind bars or to punish her or to get his revenge, really muffed it on his testimony about where Erica was standing. And if the jury comes back with a not guilty
Right.
verdict, I think it's all about the testimony of Chad Cobb. I think he tried so hard, and he might be the reason why this whole state's case fails.
That'd be an interesting. That could be interesting to see. And the question is, will we get a verdict today? There's some complications about that. And I want to get into that a little bit more. But just to leave on this note, when you talk about GC and the influence by the Cobb family, she had been living with Cindy Cobb, Chad's mom, since she was 7. And as you heard her on the stand, she was in regular contact with her dad up until the pandemic, even while he's been in prison. So we'll get more into that. Let's take a break. When we come back, a lot to discuss.